have this tree in my yard and it's blooming. Last year we didn't get any blooms and I was hoping it bloomed this year, and as you can see we are getting snow and we are supposed to get a frost tonight. I don't know what's this gonna do to my garden. I'm covering everything up. I only have cold tolerant things in there, but they're kind of small, so I don't want them to get too cold. Never know what's gonna come in April. I love this tree. Hey guys, just wanted to check in, let you see what I've been doing in the garden. Not a whole lot. The weather has been so crazy. I mean, in the past 2 weeks we have gotten a sleet, we have gotten hard frost, and one day it was like in the 40s and the very next day it was in the 80s. I mean, this weather has just been so crazy. And the wind has been windy almost every day. I mean, we've gotten 40, 50 mile an hour winds, and it's just been a little crazy. Today is not a windy day, overcast. It was just light sprinkles, supposed to get a thunderstorm tonight, but I'll take this any day from that 40 to 80 change. So I just wanted to show you a couple of things that I've done new. I have been busy listening to the Food Revolution for the past 9 days. It was from John and his son Ocean Robbins. John is the one that wrote the book Diets for a New America. I read that book years ago, and it just reinforced why I am having a garden and why I try to eat a plant-based diet, mostly organic. And I think everybody should just educate themselves. There's a lot of information out there, but you see hardly any of it on the TV. And with all the things that are going on, one thing that I feel like everyone should be doing is eating things that's going to boost your immune system. Now, one thing that they stuck out to me in these talks was soy. How, you know, soy, they tell you don't eat it, it messes with the hormones and all of these things, and soy doesn't. It do pretty much the opposite of what they're saying.
Another myth that I'll clear up for your listeners is that soy is dangerous for causing breast cancer. Okay, so that's also an urban legend, and it came up because soybeans naturally have a phytoestrogen, a plant estrogen, and because some women have breast cancers that are sensitive to human estrogens, the idea was that, well, maybe the plant estrogen is going to activate the human estrogen and cause the breast cancer to get worse. Well, listen, here's the truth of the matter, that the plant estrogen looks nothing like the human estrogen, and in fact blocks the human estrogen. So, you know, soy with its phytoestrogen is like a natural tamoxifen, which is a drug used to treat breast cancer patients. And the proof of this is in a pudding, that a study involving 5,000 women in China, called the Shanghai Women's Breast Cancer Study, looked at 5,000 women who already had breast cancer, the most at-risk women, and they found that those women who ate more soy had better survival, lower risk of death, and lower risk of cancer recurrence by about 30%. And how much do you need to have? About the amount you'd have in about a cup of soy milk.
If you're worrying about the hormones, you should be worrying about all this plastic. I mean, it's just so many things going on. Our fertility is on the decline. It's just a lot. I'm going to talk a lot about that in this video. I'm going to try to add a couple of things in all of my videos about it. But right now, let's get to the garden. This is my potatoes. I put up a photo, and that was yesterday, and I added dirt on them, and I come out this morning and they're all busting through. So now I'm going to put some leaves on them. I've put leaves on this bed. Hopefully we'll get that rain tonight and it'll pack them down a little more. On this bed, I planted these here a lot later than I did the others. And I just added a little soil. I have to add more soil before I put the leaves on. I like to mound them up with soil and then put the leaves on. Now this is the only new project that I have really done, and this is my strawberry bed. Now I know some of you will talk about the liner being plastic. I am aware of that, but this is a way to reuse it, and I'm trying to keep the strawberries from growing all over. This is a way of trying to keep them contained, and I'm still going to do a little bit more work. I want to add that soil up a little bit higher to cover up that blue rim. But I got this idea from Jess from Roots and Refuge, and so this is what I'm doing. And I just transplanted these 2 days ago, and they're looking good. I have a couple of flowers on them already, so I am looking forward to having a lot of strawberries. I will be placing a netting over it to keep the birds from getting them. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of my garden and what I've been up to. And I think that's about all for me. This is Lady P. Peace and love. Until next time. And don't forget, share, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you. And subscribe if you hadn't. Hit that bell. All that stuff. You know what to do. Peace and love. This is Lady P, and I'm out.